everybody. Dear friends, my students asked me to make some videos on English grammar. Learning English as well as teaching English is my hobby. Today, I'd like to make my presentation on using question tags. Question tags are in plenty in conversational English. There are lots of questions on question tags in schools and competitive examinations. I'm sure my presentation will be useful for you all. Let's begin. Here is a conversation. This conversation has taken place in a hotel. Conversation is between A and B. Let's read the dialogues. A says, "We are at the hotel in time, aren't we?" B says, "The waiter comes to serve us, doesn't he?" A replies, "He is not around here, is he?" Look at the underlined phrases. Aren't we? Doesn't he? Is he? These are called question tags. Dear students, I'd like to explain to you how the question tags are formed and used so that we need to check the rules of the question tags. The first rule says a tag is added to the end of a statement to turn it into a question. To understand this rule, we can use the above sentences. We are at the hotel in time. It's a statement. If we add a tag to this sentence, it becomes a question. The waiter comes to serve us. This is a statement. If we add a tag to this sentence, it becomes doesn't he? A question. Okay, let's move on to the rule B. An affirmative statement is followed by a negative question tag. Here are a few more examples. You are new around here, aren't you? She is a good-looking girl, isn't she? In the first example, you are new around here. This is an affirmative statement. It is followed by negative question tag, aren't you? She is a good-looking girl. This is an affirmative statement. It is followed by negative question tag, isn't she? Okay, if a sentence is affirmative, the tag becomes negative question tag. Yes. Now look at the rule C. A negative statement is followed by an affirmative question tag. Here are also a few more examples. He doesn't understand English, does he? You don't know her well, do you? In the first sentence, he doesn't understand English is a negative statement. Does he is affirmative question tag. You don't know her well is a negative statement. The tag becomes affirmative. Affirmative. Do you? If a sentence is negative, the tag becomes affirmative. Now check the rule D. To know this rule, we must study these sentences. The players haven't arrived yet, have they? Your parents seem to worry a lot, don't they? The poor girl can leave now, can't she? You might have noticed here some auxiliary verbs, means helping verbs. In the first sentence, have is a auxiliary verb. So we must take have to make question tag. So it becomes have they. In the second sentence, your parents seem to worry a lot. Here, where is the auxiliary verb? It is not visible. So we must check the tense of the sentence. Here, the main verb is seem. So we can say easily the sentence is in simple present tense. So the tag becomes don't they. Yes, we check the third sentence. The poor girl can leave now. Here, can is an auxiliary verb. So we must take a can to make a question tag. It becomes can't she. Dear students, now we must understand the noun phrase and the personal pronoun. The relation between the noun phrase and personal pronoun. The players is a noun phrase. Its corresponding pronoun is they. Your parents is a noun phrase. Its corresponding pronoun is they. The poor girl is a noun phrase. Its corresponding pronoun is she. Yes, you have understood this one also. Now, let's move on to the other purposes. We use question tag to make request and invitation. Okay, let's see the examples. Close the door after you, won't you? Have a cup of tea, won't you? We use won't to make invitation and request. Yes, dear children, you might have understood this one also. Now, let's move on to the very important rule, how to make the suggestion. Let's go for a walk, shall we? I'd like to say many more examples. Let's pray to God, shall we? Let's go home, shall we? Let's do it, shall we? If a sentence begins with let's, the tag becomes shall we. Okay? Have you got it? Okay. Dear students, let's move on to the one more important rule. If you know the examples, it will be very easy. So, let's check the example. I am a student, aren't I? I am not a student, am I? I am a teacher, aren't I? I am not a teacher, am I? I am a dancer, aren't I? I am not a dancer, am I? I am a singer, aren't I? I am not a singer, am I? How easy? Yes. If you know the concept very well, it will be very easy. I hope you have understood well. Thank you.